Welcome everyone to hopefully the final part of Fire Emblem. Not hopefully, I'm sad. This will be where my review is, and where we view the epilogue. One year later. So here you are, Narius. Will you attend my ascension ceremony? Hector and everyone else is coming. What? These clothes? I look silly, don't I? Formal dress is so stiff, I can't stand it. Everything's finally resolved. I'll succeed my father as Marquis Foray. I don't know if I'm equal to the task, but I'm going to do my best for all the people who live here. Narius, do you really have to go? No, I understand. I'm sure that you have things you must do. Thank you for supporting me in everything. So, Narius, this is farewell. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't. This world wouldn't be here. You have my heartfelt gratitude. Narius. I'll see you again. It's a promise, my friend. Credits! I'm going to take this opportunity to do my review. So, I'm studying game design, so every time I complete a Let's Play, I'll give a informal review of the game. Fire Emblem Technically 7. This game, I like it. I downright love it, actually. Up until the last chapter, I have a bit of a problem with that I'll address shortly, and without consequence of my rage. I promise you that. So, up until that point, the game was beautifully designed. Whilst the graphics weren't good because it was GBA era, they used aesthetics to their clear advantage, and this game looks amazing because of it. Aesthetically, this game's really pleasing. The level design of this game, it's pretty good. Each level is unique in its own way, and each challenge is unique in its own way within those levels. I quite like how it works that way. Beyond that, I like the storyline. I think the storyline is designed nice, and that how the storylines meld together is just beautiful. And this game, I love how it's unique in and of the fact that every single unit that you're controlling. Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting, actually. "35 turns for time to 27. Wow. 24 turns. Took 410 turns to beat the game. Wounded at Valorous Roland, but remained until the end. Lowen replaced Marcus as the most famed knight in all Foray. His endless zeal served Foray well throughout his life." Okay, I'll get back to the review in a minute. Rebecca, a wildflower, died at Unfulfilled Heart. You straight up died? Oh. And you straight up died at Living Legend. Barter continued his quest from country to country. Rumors say that he fell in love with his own mortal enemy. Oswin, wounded at living legend, but remained until the end. Matthew continued his service as a spy for House Osisia. The memory of his beloved, Leela, lingers on in his heart. Died at Sands of Time. Died at Victory or Death. That's ironic. Died at Victory or Death. That's also ironic, but fuck. Died at Light. Died at Living Legend. What? I was told you were wounded. Kent the Crimson Shield. Died at Victory or Death. Oh, that makes me sad, actually. And so does this. Died at Victory or Death. Died at Sands of Time. So much death. Died at Victory or Death. Nils, Child of Destiny. Ninian, Child of Destiny. After these dragonkin bid farewell to their land of birth, they returned to their new world. Meeting Eliwood warmed the hearts of these ice dragons with the hope that man and dragon could live in peace. Isadora died at Light. Died at Light. Died at Light. Pent, wounded in Light, returned to her homeland. Wounded at Light, left company. Died at Victory or Death. Gordon Bishop died at Light. Athos died in a foreign land. Those who saw his face said that he seemed as though he had at last found true peace. Merlinus opened a shop in Osisia, but it was forced to close. He plans on reopening with some aid from Lord Eliwood himself. Lyn entrusted Kaylin's rule to Osisia and returned to the plains of her birth. What? Why? She often thinks fondly on the people of Kaylin. I thought you were going to remain with your grandfather, chick. Oh well. Hector returned to Osisia and became her marquis. His bond of friendship with Eliwood remained eternally strong. Eliwood, Knight of Lycia. Eliwood succeeded his father as the Marquis of Foray. His sincerity and his clear guidance made him his father's equal in all eyes. Narius, famed genius, the tactician vanished after the final battle. Lycia. Biren, Lycia, and Etruria all sought those famed skills, but none ever found the tactician. Finn. Where was I? Oh yeah, this game is unique in the fact that every unit matters. Like, you feel an emptiness inside when you let a unit die. You get attached to every unit in its own way. And I find that really, really interesting. Like, my heart is half broken right now. You get really attached to these units, and every unit matters. It makes you more cautious in your playstyle. You don't just throw units away. As you would in a normal strategy game. Throwing units away to better the cause. But in this one, you try your damnedest to save every one. I like that about this game. It's a different playstyle from all the other strategy games I've ever touched. Completely different. I think that's part of what makes the soul of this game. I promised I would get back to the final chapter, and now I will. I think the last chapter was a bit too much. I mean, personally, the sheer reliance on luck was just a little bit excessive. I feel like that chapter could have benefited from a redesign. Like, perhaps make the units like just have a little bit less offensive punch so that they don't instantly kill most of your units. You know? Alternatively, you could allow more units to come in for the battle as well. Alternatively to that, you could do both. It's like the reliance on luck in the battle was just too much, in my opinion. Other than that, it was fine. It was just a random difficulty. That's how I'll put it. It was a random difficulty spike. It went from playing in the grass to swimming in lava in a couple chapters. And it feels unnecessary. I feel like you should have kept the original curve so that, like, that felt like a challenge, but it didn't feel borderline impossible. Also, right at the end when you fight the dragon, I feel like more indication could have been done. I feel like they could have indicated it a lot better that you were how you were expected to kill him. I mean, like, yeah, that's exactly what I mean. First of all, maybe make him have a little less health so that it's not down to the blatant wire, so that you don't have to do a specific strategy, because not everybody's going to know that strategy, you know. Perhaps nerf his damage, like a lot, so that people like Athos can take 2 of those flame breaths before being in critical health range, maybe? Nerf his range a little too, maybe? Or do one or the other. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, in my opinion. Oh, nerf his defense and resistance too, in my opinion. IMO, because he doesn't take any damage from most attacks, and that feels ludicrous, especially given how much health he has. Other than that, I did love this game. Don't get me wrong, this is probably really, really ludicrously high up there for my favorite game, if not my one-time favorite game. This game is great. Don't get me wrong on that. It's just, the end feels rushed. Let's just call it that. The end feels rushed. I feel like if they took a little bit more time, added a little bit more polish to the end, that the game overall would have left a much better taste in my mouth, and it would have been a lot better. Other than that, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's so the end. Oh, hey, this is talking about Hector. Thank you all for watching this wonderful series. Don't worry, I'll replace it immediately. Fire Emblem, Sword of Seals. I already have it downloaded, an English copy downloaded, and I'm preparing to record it on the immediate. So I have a Fire Emblem game to replace this Fire Emblem game. And then beyond that, I have another Fire Emblem game on top of that. So yeah, I'm set for a while. Thank you all for watching this series. Please be sure to leave a like down in the description. I really appreciate it. Wow. Yeah, let's do Falco Knight. I've never heard of that. Oh, that's Pegasus Knight's evolution. Anyways, yeah, thank you all for watching.